Welcome back to Podzilla, everyone. This is a very, very special episode because we've got probably one of our longest listeners on the show, and that is Dylan, otherwise known as Biggo. Welcome to the show, Dylan.
Hi. Yeah, this is an honor to be here. I haven't really done anything for like podcast related,
Whoa.
but once I saw this and I saw like the podcast in its infancy, I knew I could like take advantage of it and get on here.
You've done a great job at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm actually really excited for this because it feels like most of the other guests we've had on have just been friends that we've like introduced to
They've
Godzilla.
known barely anything at all about the
Yeah.
series, maybe one or two movies here and there. But you're coming on, and it feels like you know everything there is to know, more so than we do.
Finally got a Godzilla expert on the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. We don't know anything really.
Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm an expert, but I would at least say in the area I live in, I would definitely. I'm not sure if this is a bragging title or anything or a walk of shame, but I would consider myself to be the biggest Godzilla fan in the town I live.
Yeah, no,
Nice.
that's a bragging title.
All right, I spent like probably like $10,000 on the stuff I own. This is like related to Godzilla. That's like the most I could think of that like at least be like, yeah, I guess I'm a fan. I guess I am.
I guess so. I wanted to talk about that real quick. What, like, you have a huge Godzilla collection.
Yeah.
What are some of like your big showcase pieces?
Okay, so I have something that many Godzilla fans and even people that aren't exactly like Godzilla fans in general, but are like movie collectors. I have like the big Godzilla Criterion collection set
Yes.
that a lot of people have. Thing that sucks about this set, the adhesive for the disc holders gets undone, so the discs just slip right in.
That's terrible, eh?
So I had to get like these custom Blu-ray cases to put them up. And then there's the SH Monsters Hedorah that I got as a Christmas gift. That's like
Oh.
$200. There's the Biolante.
Beauty.
This was my letterbox review for the last movie. Was I spent $300 on a Biolante to pair with my $100 Godzilla. Also, the movie's good, but just to point that out.
Was that after you saw the movie or beforehand?
Oh, that was after because I've seen the movie since like childhood. I own it on the HBO VHS that came out.
Oh my
Wow.
gosh, that is awesome.
Yeah, that's how I initially watched the film, and then I got my hands on the Blu-ray for like $1 off eBay, which is like the biggest brag I could ever have.
That's insane.
It's going for so much money.
That thing goes for like $100.
Yeah.
Yeah, got it back in like 2013, so I had that to like bestow on myself.
That is amazing. That is amazing. I feel like I'm just starting to fall down the rabbit hole. I've got like 10 different Godzilla figures pre-ordered
Oh yeah.
coming out very soon.
Oh no, it's
So
it's an
it's starting.
awful it's an awful rabbit hole. I kind of had to put a rule to myself recently to probably put a hiatus on SH Monster Art stuff. Like there's some really good stuff coming out.
It's amazing, yeah.
Yeah, they're like doing a new Mecha King Ghidorah, but that's like $300. I'm like, I can't do that. I want it, but I can't do it.
Yeah.
I can't.
I'm going to be honest, I was looking at the Mecha King Ghidorah right before this recording,
Yeah.
and I'm like, oh, food for the week.
Is that the one with the big arm that like comes out of it and all the different extra bits and pieces?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Like I think the craziest thing is they even bothered to make like a different pair of wings to put on when it's damaged.
Oh,
No
that's
way.
beautiful.
Like they didn't have to do that, but they did it. But they also probably want to make more money, so they put it in there.
It's working.
It's working,
It's
yeah.
working.
Am I pre-ordering this right now?
You might. It just depends. Just depends how this discussion goes. You know.
Well, you said you've been like watching Godzilla movies since you were a kid.
Yeah.
When were you first introduced to Godzilla? Was it something that you just always grew up with, or were you introduced to it?
I have no idea when it started. All right. It's like a timeless curse. It was just there since I remembered. I cannot escape it. All right. See, there's things I like that I go in phases with. Like I'm into like once a year or once every other year. It comes and goes. Godzilla is just a constant shadow over me that I cannot escape. It just exists. It's there. And no matter how much I'm giving love and attention to something else I care about, there's always like, is there a Godzilla version of it? I want to see if there's a Godzilla version of it. I gotta see it.
Yeah, that's awesome. Do you have like a favorite movie from growing up? Because I know you sent in a voice message for Terror of Mechagodzilla, and that was awesome. I really loved hearing about
Yeah.
your history with that. Would you say Terror of Mechagodzilla is like your favorite currently?
It's so I'm slowly going through the movies again.
Yeah, with your girlfriend, eh?
Yeah. She's
That's
she's
awesome.
been enjoying it. She's been enjoying the films. We watched King Ghidorah a few nights ago, and she was just really into the zany time travel stuff. It was like, and she laughed at some of the special effects, specifically the stuff with like the people. She thought like King Ghidorah looked cool, but like when she saw M11, who we'll get later in the podcast, like running, she thought it was really just kind of cute. But I would say slowly watching them. Eventually, I'll get to Terramech Godzilla, but
Mm.
Terramech Godzilla is still currently a movie that I would say is at least number one or in the top three. But a favorite when growing up, it might be like Godzilla 2000.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
Yeah, I have a very specific memory of having the VHS play in my sister's room at the time, and I got scared at the end because there's a shot, and you guys will see this when you get to it, of Godzilla just kind of staring in the camera when like the credits are rolling. He's just staring right at you, and I had to like walk out of the room slowly. I had to get out of there. It freaked me out.
How old was this? Like,
I was like 5 when it happened. I was just like, Godzilla 2000 was on, and I got creeped out. I had
That's
to
a
go.
core traumatizing memory for you.
it seems like it's a frequent thing because I mean, I've had it too. It seems like Godzilla fans, there's been a moment in childhood that's just like terrified you and that's just stuck with us.
I have a really funny one. In Godzilla's Revenge, the scene where like the toy maker who steps on like that hot pipe,
Yeah.
hot bag or something, and he like holds his foot and starts screaming. That scared me. I have no idea why. I hid behind a couch because I didn't like his screams of pain. I didn't like it.
Maybe men were the monsters the whole time, eh?
Oh,
Look at that.
they were all the time.
Well, it is so good to have you on the show, man. I mean, like, I think even though you wouldn't call yourself a Godzilla expert, you're officially our Godzilla expert. I think, like, officially for the show, Biggo.
I better be. Yeah, there's a lot of times you guys leave me uncredited, like the Cybot information.
Yeah, true. That was all you.
Yeah, like who's your source? And I'm just sitting there crossing my arms, waiting for one time to be mentioned.
Waiting for the shout out.
Yeah, like come on, I'm in the Discord.
They're going to have to add you to the credits of every show. We need to re-record those. I think we'll just have to add you in.
Yeah, information double checked by Dylan.
I'm just saying you don't have to, but it would be nice. It would be nice.
Welcome back to Podzilla, the show where we watch through every single Godzilla movie in order of release. Just to clarify, I am Micah. I've got my co-host here.
I'm Jasha. Welcome, everybody. And yeah, we've got Dylan on the show with us, which is super exciting.
We have talked about Dylan before,
Yeah.
but we have referred to him as Biggo, as he is on the Discord. Interchangeable. You can call him whatever you want. Godzilla expert. That's fine.
All right.
Yeah, but we're talking about Godzilla versus King Ghidorah today, guys. 1991.
I heard the effort there.
Yeah, thanks. I'm putting a lot of effort into this episode. There's going to be no slip-ups. There's going to be none.
My recap might be the first few. So get ready.
At least it won't be us. That's great.
Oh yeah, put the blame.
But yeah, this was directed by Kazuki Amori, who directed Godzilla vs. Biollante. So pretty cool to follow that up with this one. Why don't we just head straight into it? We've got nothing else that we have to cover off before talking about the movie, right, Micah?
No, we can do it afterwards. It's fine.
All right.
Yeah, even as the expert, I don't know any news. I'm sorry.
Oh, wait. I have one small piece of news.
All right.
Very small.
Oh, okay.
Recently, there was I think like on the 23rd of March, so very recently, there was a Shin Kamen Rider game that released on the Nintendo Switch.
Really?
Beat 'em up style, side scroller, almost like those old arcade games where it's just like level after level after level.
Yeah.
The 4 Shin heroes appear in that game. You can play as our good old Shin Godzilla now in a video game.
On Nintendo Switch?
Yep.
Oh.
No
In like a
way.
weird chibi art style. No other news apart from that, but something to note.
That's worth it.
Have you watched much of Kamen Rider, Biggo?
Oh, unfortunately, no. It was a franchise that always was kind of like I remember for the longest time growing up, it was like when it came to anything tokusatsu, it was like Godzilla, then Gamera crept in around like the early 2010s, and then it wasn't until like the early 2020s, I even got into Ultraman.
Oh, wow.
So I feel like Kamen Rider will be an eventual thing for me.
Yeah.
But at the moment, I just like, I'm not saying I have no interest. I just don't really have the time.
Yeah.
I'm with
I
you
just don't
there.
have the time.
It's like how we've been hearing so many good things about Gamera, but we're too focused on Godzilla right now. We'll get to him. We'll get to him.
When the Heisei films.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I've heard
Ooh,
so
got
many good things.
It's got my toes curling just at the thought of it. It's phenomenal stuff.
Yeah, I can't wait. I'm very, very interested in Shin Kamen Rider because I have a bit of news myself. Shin Kamen Rider is now in Godzilla Battle Line, everyone.
Oh yeah, I haven't played that game in a minute, but I'm seeing just the cover of the app itself, and there he is, just posing.
Yeah,
sitting on the home screen.
And I am still addicted to that game. As a quick update, we've been reaching out to them for partnership deals. They haven't gotten back to us yet, but we'll keep you guys updated.
We're working on it.
Yeah, hopefully they put you guys in the game.
Oh, JJ, imagine.
We'll be like giant Serizawa in that one video game.
Oh my god.
Both of us.
Without further ado, guys, should we get into talking about this movie properly?
Yeah, let's do it. And Biggo, you've got a little recap for us, don't you?
Oh, I do. Hopefully it's decent.
I don't think ours are ever even decent, so you're gonna be great.
Basically, with this recap, I decided that after at some point writing it, I'm like, I want to make it goofy.
Oh,
let's make it goofy. Let's make it just a little goofy. Yeah, just a little knee slapping goodness. All right. So you guys ready?
Yeah, I've got my knee
ready.
at the ready.
In the year 1992 AD, following after Godzilla's fight with Biollante and subsequent lightheadedness Godzilla gets from the anti-nuclear bacteria that ultimately makes him faint and goes into the bottom of the ocean, a UFO is seen flying over Japan, causing the Japanese government to take notice. When finally confronted, it is then revealed that the UFO is not of extraterrestrial origin, but from our future. 3 Futurians come to present-day Japan to tell the nation's devastating future caused by the one and only Godzilla. The only way to stop Godzilla's rampage is to go to the past in 1944 Lagos Island, where a battle during the South Pacific War is taking place to erase Godzilla from history. But isn't Godzilla a giant monster? How will he be erased? Well, by getting him when he's just a little guy, known as a Godzillasaurus. During the battle on Lagos Island, however, the Godzillasaurus storms through the battlefield and wipes the US military out and forces them off the island because in the end of the day, that island needs scientists more than American military people, quoted by the one and only Major Spielberg. The Godzillasaurus is unfortunately heavily wounded by the Americans' battleships and makes the attempt to rest its wounds when it is suddenly harassed by a weeping Japanese garrison, thanking him for his sacrifice. Once the garrison finally leaves the poor dinosaur alone, he is then harassed again by our main cast of characters, teleporting him to the Bering Sea, where he will not only be drowned, but be crushed by the water pressure. But isn't this for the good of Japan's future? Well, in Godzilla's place, 3 little golden human baby cats, known as Dorats, get dropped off on Lagos Island, and everybody is on their way back to the present, hopeful for their future. But whoops, those 3 Dorats were mutated into King Ghidorah from the nuclear testing on Lagos Island. Which now means that the Futurians, at least Wilson and Glenchico, however you say his name, I looked it up on Wikizilla, that's just how they spell it.
Glenchico.
Glenchico, the redhead guy, are basically terrorists since Emmy didn't know that they were the ones that created Ghidorah. What an unfortunate oversight. Well, things aren't looking good right now. If only Godzilla was here. Wait, he still is? Yes, he still is due to the Futurians accidentally creating the Heisei timeline without realizing it. Never racing Godzilla in the first place. What an unfortunate oversight. Well, some characters know this information, others don't, which causes Shindo, who is a very well-known businessman, to have a nuclear sub arrive at where the Godzillasaurus is supposedly located, when in reality, a fully alive Godzilla attacks the submarine, which causes him to be bigger and stronger. Godzilla then rises from the ocean and makes his way back to the mainland. The Futurians, now realizing their whoopsie, send Ghidorah to kill Godzilla. That bordering on the on the line from Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla where the guy says, "Beat Godzilla to death." It's great. But as that is happening, our heroes sneak onto the mothership and start vandalizing the controls. Eventually, after a small scuffle and one villain's speech later, the ship's controls are compromised and the heroes escape, causing Ghidorah's controls to go haywire. Godzilla then gets up and begins to overtake Ghidorah, leading Ghidorah to not only lose a head, but gets one of its wings destroyed, leaving him to drop into the ocean. He also destroys the main mothership with Wilson and the ginger guy on it as well. Thought I mentioned that. So now our heroic Godzilla has saved the day. Oh wait, yeah, they wanted Godzilla to come back to stop Ghidorah, but the problem now is that Godzilla's back, which means Godzilla is now going to destroy a city. Godzilla then follows his victory against Ghidorah by making his way to Tokyo, ready to raid again. The military is dispatched against Godzilla, but with no luck as Godzilla is even stronger than before and wastes the city and armed forces. Shindo then takes this opportunity to see Godzilla one last time, wanting to reconcile for all the pain Godzilla went through on that fateful day back in 1944. Godzilla then destroys the building Shindo is resided in and pushes forward. But in a shocking turn of events, Emi returns to present day with none other than Mecha King Ghidorah. Now Ghidorah is the good guy now, and Godzilla is the bad guy. But why didn't Emi travel to the exact point in time to when Godzilla just finished defeating Ghidorah? Like, why allow Godzilla to devastate Tokyo when you could travel to a point where he hasn't made it to a populated area? What an unfortunate oversight. Godzilla and Mecha King Ghidorah then fight, landing blow after blow until Emi grapples Godzilla and flies away with him. But Mecha King Ghidorah takes damage during the flight, causing both it and Godzilla to fall into the ocean. But guess what? Emi is fine, and tells our main character, who she has been kind of flirty with the entire movie, that they're actually related, and she flies away. Then it cuts to the bottom to the ocean where Godzilla and Ghidorah now lay. As the camera pans to Godzilla, Godzilla lights up with energy, ready to continue his rampage once again in about a year from now.
Oh, Biggo, bravo.
What a recap.
You did well.
And what a movie.
My back aches from bending over, looking at my phone, reading it. Glad you guys didn't actually have to see what I wrote down. It makes it a lot better.
Yeah, look at the show notes for that, everybody. In all of its glory.
I'm dying at Mothership. That's great.
Mothership.
I didn't realize that until right now. It's the mothership, of
Mother,
course.
and then the other ship's kids, and then the jetpack's called Baby. Is that how it goes?
Oh my god! And what I love is that they're all in caps. I know it's like an anagram, but I like to just see it as caps, so you're just screaming "mother" and "kids" just out loud.
Okay, guys. I think starting off, I need some help. I need some huge help right now because I loved this movie. I thought it was a really interesting, creative, clever plot to go back in time to stop Godzilla before he destroyed everything or before the future.
Yeah.
While the movie was going on, I couldn't help just thinking, well, that's a plot hole. That's another plot hole. They could have done that way better. But then I was reading a bit after the movie, and exactly what you were saying in your recap, Biggo, and this is something I didn't understand at all while watching, but in this Heisei timeline, right, this Godzilla is completely different to the first generation, first attack Godzilla from 54. Is that right?
Yes. Yes, that is correct. This is further confirmed with the movies coming afterwards, but
cool.
Yes, the Godzilla from 84 is a different Godzilla. Basically, there was, I don't know the specific date, but in the 1970s, there was a nuclear accident that eventually, in the area where Godzilla resided in the Godzillasaurus, causing it to mutate and becoming the Godzilla we know in the Heisei era. So in the end, yeah, that's how it is.
That's the other thing that's crazy to me, because do the Futurians in this movie, by moving the Godzillasaurus, do they create the 1984 Godzilla? Do they create the whole Heisei franchise pretty much?
Yeah.
Because of what they do?
Yes.
That's crazy.
Yes, they do. Which is so funny because you guys are from the future and you didn't think of this. You guys should have been sitting there with notes being okay, this happened on this date, this happened on this date, so how about we just don't put Godzilla there?
For time travelers, the only source of information they use is one person's book that they've written. You feel like they'd be a bit more specific on the information they've gleaned from the past.
But the thing is that the book they're taking from is from the guy who found out that the Godzilla that they supposedly erased from history never disappeared in the first place. So they would have had that information. They just completely went over it.
Oh, well. I feel like none of that information is conveyed in the movie really well.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there as well, Josh. I'm sitting there thinking, why is this Godzilla here again? He's supposed to be superpowered, but this is a brand new one? Does that mean this one never fought Biollante? But it does actually make sense if you look into it a little bit more.
Now I've read some stuff up, and now I've heard you, Dylan. I'm like, oh, okay. Maybe I'm the dumb one here. Maybe it does all kind of make sense, and I kind of like that.
The problem with the movie, I'm not sure this is a subtitles problem.
Yeah,
but they never give dates. They never give dates for anything, because if they did give a date being like in 1970 something, a nuclear sub exploded.
Yeah, true.
Then we would have had a better idea that, oh, this Godzilla never disappeared from the timeline.
Mm-hmm.
He still ended up showing up anyway, regardless.
Yeah, that makes a ton of sense.
It's just one of those movies that becomes better and more clearer after you do some research.
Yeah. Because the movie does put it there, but like I mentioned, there's no dates. So you kind of have to like fiddle your thumbs and type on your keyboard or on your phone to figure out what exactly is going on.
Which makes sense as well, because I know that the time travel plotline as well was really well received by Japanese audiences. And probably because in the original language, it makes perfect sense.
Yeah, it really does.
Yeah.
And I just guess like maybe time travel plots get a lot more scrutinized.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people pick at them. And Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah, unfortunately, was a movie that I know very well. Many people gave it a lot of scrutiny for its time travel.
True.
Because you could go back to like when James Rolfe, the Angry Video Game Nerd, when he did his Godzilla-thon, that he even talked about how the timeline erased the 1984 Godzilla and Godzilla vs. Biollante. And when those movies are brought up again in like Godzilla vs. Space Godzilla, he's like, this doesn't make sense. It's a continuity error. When in reality, it was always there. It's just the movie doesn't do an amazing job at explaining it.
Yeah.
So it makes a lot of people confused and makes details that should be a lot more apparent go over their head.
Just a bit of a misunderstanding.
Yeah.
Yeah. One thing I do think though, like the plot could have been done a bit smarter, right, guys? Like,
oh, definitely.
They could have gone back in time to the island, right?
To Lagos Island.
Mm-hmm.
To Lagos Island. They could have, in their master plan, they could have done anything to the Godzillasaurus. And it didn't even have to be the exact time that all the army was there, right? They could have just killed him. They could have done absolutely anything with him. They could have dropped the Dorats off anywhere. The Futurians in this, they had so many more options. What are they doing?
I guess they just like the spectacle.
That's probably it.
They just like it. They just like the flashy colors. It's like I mentioned in my recap, how like instead of Emi smartly coming back into the present day Japan to use King Ghidorah against Godzilla right after he defeated King Ghidorah and Godzilla's still on the countryside, she lets Godzilla destroy a couple things, so the final fight's like fun. It looks cool. It's for the spectacle of it.
She wanted to make Mecha King Ghidorah was all souped up, ready to go. Got to put those final nuts and bolts in.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, I was quite surprised as well, because I always thought this was an alien plot. And I mean, especially coming out of the Showa era where King Ghidorah is an alien.
Yeah.
I was super surprised that the Futurians of this are just humans from the future. And then follow up, King Ghidorah is made from little creatures called Dorats that have been genetically created by humans to be the perfect pet.
Yeah, and they could tell your emotions. They could comfort you when they get the chance.
Yeah, they're like tribbles or something from Star Trek.
Yeah.
I loved it.
The one thing I really wanted to know about them is like how are they good to throw across the room? Because I wanted to throw one across the room. And I'm not one of those people that like despises the design of anything.
You're a Dorat hater, aren't you, Dylan?
Oh no, I'm not. I wouldn't say I'm a Dorat hater. If I get a chance to get a plushie, I would. But just when I see like any fictional small creature, no matter how cute it is, I'm just like wonder how hard you could throw it. I wonder if it's got some weight. When you meet the little Furby creature from A Birth Mothra 2, I'll have the same thoughts there. Like, how far can you throw it?
Furby creature?
Will it bounce off the wall?
That's amazing.
What in the world?
Look, if I have any plot holes about this movie, It's that these Futurians created 3 separate little Dorats, brought them onto the side of a future nuclear explosion, and thought, hey, these things are just going to mutate into something that becomes really powerful. They're going to fuse together and destroy Japan, right?
Yeah.
They didn't think ahead, anything other than that. It's like me going back in time and bringing 3 cats to a nuclear site and expecting a huge 3-headed jaguar to come out of the wreckage.
My mental gymnastics with that is that they're genetically engineered, so maybe the Futurians specifically designed them so this would specifically happen. They're like, okay, let's just put something in their DNA that exposed to any radiation. These 3 Dorats are just going to combine and go big. They're just going to go giant.
They create King Ghidorah like first in his final version, and then just like go backwards from that, right?
Yeah, there's actually something that I read up online, and this was kind of spread around, but it's kind of like a little like side extra piece of content that I think came out years later, but it's like official, saying that they actually found the remains of like a dead Ghidorah on like one of our planets in our solar system, and they took the DNA from it. They made the Dorats.
Oh,
It's
wow.
like something I've heard. I don't have any source to validate that, but it's like something that was like brought up around a lot when people first like translated like an article from Japan around the time talking about the lore behind this movie.
Oh, funny.
So you could say Ghidorah's potentially still an alien in here, but at the same
Hey, there we go.
time, I still like to think I personally, for some weird reason, don't care for that origin. I think it's really funny that Godzilla's like arch nemesis is these 3 little cat human baby creatures that just like got a really bad dose of radiation, just really bad.
I do love the idea that they're continuing on with the theme of like every single monster in this franchise, every single kaiju is created by humans, whether intentionally or not.
Yeah, it is cool, eh?
Not having a alien presence in the Heisei era, at least yet. I'm not sure if there is one that comes in. It's quite refreshing, honestly.
I would say the greatest thing about the Heisei era so far with these 3 films is every other monster that shows up is tied to Godzilla in some shape or form.
Yeah, that's cool.
The Shockers being the little sea lice, being like Godzilla's own little flea that he's got.
Yes.
Then you got Biollante, who directly uses Godzilla's DNA. And then you have King Ghidorah, who was made to replace Godzilla in the timeline.
True.
So, yeah, it's something I kind of appreciate, that Godzilla's like the center of it all, one way or another. And I think it's kind of cool. Though Shockers is a very minor monster in these, it still has such like a major influence on this podcast, and we can never forget it. We can never forget it. Shockers lives.
Shockurus lives. I'm really hoping Monsterverse step it up, like legendary.
Better.
Just green like Godzilla versus Shockurus. I'm waiting for it.
You can't tell me that Godzilla in that movie does not have a few little bugs climbing on him. You can't tell me. He's so big.
Right?
He's got to have his own little ecosystem somewhere, like in his armpit.
That's a movie right there.
Yeah.
Dylan, that's a movie.
Absolutely.
We need an ET inspired movie where it's just a kid and his louse.
Yeah. He gives him belly rubs. Make sure he doesn't bite his mom.
I love the inclusion of the Dorats. I do think that they look dumb, but then that also kind of makes me love them more, just because of how wacky the Godzilla world is, right?
Yeah.
I love how they've got the green hair,
Mhm.
and they look very akin to the
Showa,
King Ghidorah, but then like the Heisei one doesn't even have the manes.
That's funny because there's actually like a teaser trailer for this movie where Ghidorah had the manes,
No
but they
way.
decided to not go with it.
Wow.
Yeah, I think he even had the little moon crest on his head, but they decided to go with a design that cut out those details.
Interesting.
But yeah, I like the Dorats the same way I like Manila, because I am not a Manila hater. I will
Thank
never
you.
be a Manila hater.
Thank you.
I love that little guy. The unfortunate part is that he's too big for me to throw across the room. So I can't do it.
Makes sense.
But the Dorats, thankfully, are like perfect.
They're
all right,
perfect,
I think they'll just make a little squeak noise, like a little plush noise, if I chuck them. That's all I'll use them for. Just throw them across the room. But not an act of violence,
No.
and an act of pleasure.
Yes. No, I get it. I get it.
An act of science.
For science.
What noise does a Dorat make?
Treat it like a stress ball.
Yeah. I I really like the tone of this movie too, guys. I mean, it's coming out early '90s, and I've seen a lot of comparisons online to movies like Terminator
Mhm.
because we've got M11, who is this crazy Terminator guy that we're going to have to get into soon.
Oh, we have to.
We have to. It feels very Jurassic Park as well, even with the whole inclusion of the dinosaur park and Major Spielberg aside. It feels just in that tone of like action adventure sci-fi, even like Matrix kind of. And I know that the director Kazuki Amore was a big fan of American films,
Hmm.
Hmm.
and I think that was definitely felt in Biolante, but it's definitely stepped up a bit in here. And I like it. I think it meshes quite well with Godzilla.
Yeah. One thing I know about Godzilla vs. Biolante's theatrical run is it kind of got destroyed
Yeah.
by Back to the Future 2.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So like it kind of makes sense that they decided that the sequel to that film would do time travel stuff. But I will want to say Godzilla is the blueprint.
Yes.
Always has been. What came out before Terminator? Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla. What did it have? A Mechagodzilla disguised as Godzilla.
Yeah.
Oh, dinosaurs in this movie. What came out 2 years later? Jurassic Park. Like, I'm just saying, it's the blueprint.
Coincidence.
It's called Dinosaur Park, and they
Yeah,
just
it
make a movie
absolutely
called
is.
Jurassic Park. It's
Yeah.
crazy. But yeah, I really like the vibe. I think that the action feel is pretty cool in this. And even though Godzilla doesn't show up properly until like 50 minutes in, I didn't miss him a whole lot. I think the characters
Mm.
were quite compelling, and the action was quite compelling. That fight with Godzillasaurus against the Americans on Lagos Island,
Oh yeah.
pretty cool.
It's nice.
Oh, it was really nice. The one thing I always like really enjoy about monsters and creatures that aren't like 100 meters tall or anything around that
Mm.
is the set design around them. It's just kind of like how they're able to make like the trees and the grass and everything look a lot more larger and look look legitimately real than compared to how a tree would look next to a 100-meter tall Godzilla.
Yeah.
So it like legitimately felt like that we were seeing a dinosaur on the shore of an island walking around. And that, yeah, of course, if you look at it, you could kind of see like its arms don't really move. It's kind of stiff. It doesn't move its head around, but like the scaling is done really well.
Yeah.
It never makes it distracting.
Yeah, I agree. And I think there's a bit of like disassociation when you're watching giant kaijus fight, right? Like in their
Mhm.
size doesn't really hit close to home. But then when you're watching something as big as Godzillasaurus with the army there, it's like, flip, that thing's big.
Mm.
That thing's
Oh.
scary.
I don't think we've had as many kaiju in this series who are like middle-sized kaiju,
Oh yeah.
if that makes any sense. So it's real refreshing to see not only a middle-sized kaiju, but also one who is, well, he is Godzilla,
Absolutely.
right?
Yeah.
It's baby Godzilla
Yeah.
in the flesh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He's just a little guy.
He's just a little guy.
But the thing that I really enjoyed about this scene was just the brutality of it. Now, the brutality against
Oh, the blood.
the American soldiers is very like, it's nothing crazy. They like get hit by his tail, and I guess that just crushes their ribs and punctures their lungs and breaks their spines.
Trees falling on everyone.
Get hit by a lot of green screen tails, yeah.
Yeah. There's not a lot of blood going on with that. But when it comes to Godzilla,
Yeah.
he just gets massacred, and yet like he still takes the energy to attack the soldiers afterward.
Mm.
But one thing I do want to know is, for what I know, this roar was originally a stock roar and still is, but the roar is heavily associated with another famous Japanese giant monster. And there's several moments, specifically when he's like in pain and he's like bleeding and he just gets shot, where the Godzillasaurus has Gamera's roar.
That's
Huh.
crazy.
Yeah.
That is crazy. And was Gamera out by this time? There was
Oh,
quite
absolutely.
a few, right?
Gamera has been dead in the water by this time. It's been 11 years since the last Gamera movie, and
Oh,
Oh
flip.
my goodness.
yeah, and Dai was long since has been like bankrupt.
Mm.
So like Gamera wasn't coming back for a long time. The only reason why Gamera even came back was because of the Godzilla Heisei era being really successful and coming to a close.
Wow.
But yeah, it was just kind of shocking. Like as a kid, it like bothered me. Like I was like, he's not supposed to have that roar. It's like the Hanna-Barbera stuff when he has like a dude going instead of like the normal Godzilla roar.
Yeah, it just sounds so off.
But
Yeah.
I've kind of come accustomed to it because, unfortunately, whether Gamera likes it or not, he always sounds like he's in pain. So the roar works.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
yeah. This is Godzillasaurus calling out for more Gamera films.
Yeah, that's why he's crying. Yeah. Good thing his cries are met, and you get the best trilogy ever made. I'm setting that right now.
Oh,
That is an opinion I have. No one can stop me on it. Best trilogy.
I'm excited.
I'm looking forward to getting to it.
Stay tuned, everyone.
One thing I wanted to say about this scene as well is I just love the whole military, or the Japanese military impact on it afterwards.
Yeah.
Once we see the US soldiers get absolutely obliterated, there's a real touching scene where Shindo, he's the leader of this army and he's a businessman in the future. He's played by Yoshio Tsuchiya. He delivers like a real heartfelt speech to his men about what Godzillasaurus is. And he says, I don't have it written down word for word, but he's telling them like, this is our savior and it's such a shame that we have to leave him here, but he's done more for our men than most other people ever have. And they all give him like a real big salute.
Godzillasaurus is just bleeding out, like struggling to keep his eyes open.
There's nothing we can do, everybody. There's nothing, we can't do anything more. I'm sorry.
Like, when you look at it, and that's what's so great about these movies is because that moment's actually like really powerful. And I know I gave it like I gave it a little jab, like, oh, these people are harassing a poor wounded animal, but like it's done really well. And what's so great about it is you never once think of the absurdity of the scene, that it's like a Japanese garrison crying and saluting to a dinosaur, because it's like and that's just what's so great about like these kind of films, is how they just like can take kind of an absurd idea and actually have it give some emotional impact that is paid off very well at the end of the film when we get to it.
Yeah.
Which I'll also get into kind of some, I wouldn't say controversy, but more misinterpretation of that scene over the years when we get to it.
Oh.
Well, let's get straight into it now, I reckon, because that's
there's a
really?
complete.
Yeah, I want to talk about this because it's a straight through line from Shindo in the past on the island, and then we see Shindo in the future, kind of like struggling, being this businessman, and he sees Godzilla return, and Godzilla walk right up to him while he's just on a destructive rampage, and there's this crazy moment where they both like lock eyes with each other.
Oh yeah. So a thing about
Give each other a little nod.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Godzilla looks like he's crying too. It's insane.
Yeah.
But so what's so great about Shindo is in the movie, he kind of pushes the idea to the side that he saw a dinosaur.
Right,
but once there's like people are like, hey, this might have been Godzilla, and they even have proof that a dinosaur existed and that he was there, his kind of viewpoint on the whole thing changes, and he pretty much does whatever he can to like bring Godzilla back, because once he realizes that this monster that's caused so much devastation to Japan it played a very core moment of his life and of his past, that you kind of see his character change from this as like this businessman who works in Japan and owns a good part of the city, to a guy who wants to reconcile for what he feels like, because he said like he died a long time ago.
Yeah.
Like he like when that battle happened, like, and he's just kind of been existing since then. And now once this monster's back and he realizes it's the dinosaur that saved him, you have this very heartfelt moment where he finally gets to confront the creature that saved him when it's fully alive and well, but it's like completely different and changed, and Godzilla's even able to recognize him. And they just have this like kind of heartfelt moment that even though they're two completely different creatures, they kind of like, they have an understanding. And like Godzilla's clearly upset. He's clearly angry. He's sad. It's arguably that he even cries in the scene.
Yeah, it's touching, man. And
like Shindo just kind of gives a nod. It's like he's totally fine with his outcome, because he's been totally fine with dying ever since the battle at Lagos Island, because it was an outside force that wasn't even on either side, but so happened to help the Japanese garrison on the island.
Anything after that point in his life has been like extra and above, like it's already been paid for. This is a freebie to him.
Yeah. So it's just kind of like him owing Godzilla back for the life he saved all those years ago. But the misinterpretation that I want to talk about,
controversy,
is how people think this scene is played as a joke. It's like this guy trying to be Godzilla's friend, and Godzilla like is just like, who are you?
Yeah.
And just destroys the building. Like, because I guess people saw maybe the comedic timing, and Godzilla and this guy like having the stare down. The guy's clearly emotional. Godzilla looks like he's like looking at him, and it seems like they can see each other, and then Godzilla responds by destroying the building. But they kind of ignore Godzilla's part in that scene where he clearly recognizes the guy. It's not just like he's just seeing someone. It's like, who is that? I don't know who that is. He clearly recognizes dude from his past, and he's like touched by it, but not in like a happy way, in a good emotional way, but more than a pain, angry kind of way.
I think there is some misinterpretation due to the fact that, I mean, Godzilla's a kaiju. He's gonna destroy the building.
Yes.
And I think the act of destroying the building and killing him kind of leaves those feelings and that moment almost a little unresolved to people. It's like, oh, they recognize each other. Why did he still kill him?
Yeah, and it's just like a really powerful scene that I think a lot of people have done a good job bringing back what it's really supposed to kind of play out. And now anything's subjective. Anything can be up for interpretation.
Totally.
But it's really kind of hard to see the scene as comedic as a lot of people used to view it.
Yeah.
Than what it's supposed to.
I think Shindo's whole story is very emotional. I think it's an awesome inclusion in this. But you're right, it's strange. And I've never seen this movie before, but I've seen just this clip shared around like all over Twitter, all over YouTube, people reacting to like comments with Godzilla just destroying Shindo, downvote buttons coming out of his mouth. Like, it seems like this has definitely become a bit of a meme, and it is a bit of a shame because it is a powerful scene.
Not to mention the actor that plays him. This is his last role in a Godzilla movie.
Oh wow!
Yeah, he's been in quite a few before this.
Yeah, he's been in Invasion of Astro Monster. He was in Godzilla Raids Again. He was in Destroy All Monsters.
Yeah.
But I most recognize him from Matango.
Yes.
So does my girlfriend. She loves Matango.
Yes.
Matango fans rise up.
Rise up all the way. So, and that was the last movie we watched before we went straight to Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah for the pod.
Oh, cool.
And, you know, she got excited when she saw him. Once I brought up who it was, her immediate response was Matango. Matango.
Matango.
Yeah, he was great. I feel like I said it before, but the human stuff in this is really good. Possibly my favorite like bit of the movie, and this is a bit of a funny one, but my favorite bit of the movie was the relationship between Terasawa and Emi.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, I'm gonna put it out here. This is the best romance subplot in a Godzilla film.
I was all for Terasawa, this like bad boy reporter author dude, like getting with this chick from the future, right? It was great. And she was such a badass. She was amazing.
She going back to the past, staying there to give up her future life and live in the present with him.
Yeah, it was so great. And I was all for it. And I was like, man, her coming back from the future for him, they're gonna have this amazing moment with her surviving. And then she drops the bombshell. Hey, you're my great great grandfather. And I was like, no.
But I you know what the thing is I feel bad for her too because the guy's a hunk.
He's a bad
boy,
man.
He's so good. They even have like a moment beforehand when she's saying, I'm gonna come back. I happen to like this era because you're in this era.
Ooh, my heart's melting.
Rivals The Notebook.
And it's so great, guys. And I'm like, all for this?
Oh my God.
And then what happened?
Why do you think the people in the writing room ended up changing this? Because I feel like leaving it as a romance story would have been so much better. Coming back after destroying Godzilla and going down in the ship with Mecha King Ghidorah.
Yeah.
And then surviving and then getting back together.
Even make it like a tragic one that she takes down Godzilla, but then accidentally like gets lost in the future and they're never able to be together. But no
ambiguity.
They're family.
Oh, it just is unfortunate because like those two outside of Shindo, who I think is the heart of the film.
Yeah.
Those two really carry the film on their shoulders, and they're just a really fun, like just two co-star action heroes that you get to follow.
Yeah,
one's
absolutely.
a reporter who's like, I don't want to do this anymore. I want to do nonfiction stuff. I want to look into that dinosaur guy at the museum. And the other person's just like, oh my God, my bosses are terrorists. And they come to work together to figure it out.
Yeah. Got some good old outfits with them.
Yeah.
These guys could be a 90s action duo.
Oh my God. Yeah, they're great. And I have to talk about her little future buddies. These guys I can't describe my feelings about them in a way that's tangible. But let's just say there was a huge smile on my face every time Wilson and his name Glenchiro or Glenchico.
The other guy.
I'm probably completely missing the redhead guy.
Yeah.
Every time they were on screen, I got the biggest smirk on my face. They are the goofiest villains I've ever seen.
Yeah.
No Showa villain can top these two. They are amazing.
The matching outfits, purple and green.
Oh, they're just phenomenal. And I love how Wilson's just like, Godzilla's stronger now, and there's nothing you could do about it. And then he starts laughing.
They're nerds.
Yeah.
Such nerds.
And the thing is, they're from the future. Like, they know how this should play out, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why, like, this whole thing, goes over their head. It reminds me about Emmy on how she just, for some weird reason, did not know that they were the reason why Ghidorah exists and that they were going to use Ghidorah to destroy. Like, they should have known that.
Even though she's the one releasing the Dorats on the island.
And she's really shady about it. Like,
she's surprised that they turn into King Ghidorah as well. That he turns evil.
She's like, oh my god, I can't believe this happened. Why do you guys didn't tell me? Oh my god, this is so crazy.
That real shady shot of her just watching the Dorats slide out of the ship.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
What did she think was going to happen?
I'm just following orders. No, you had to have known.
Well, we need to talk about the other Futurian as well, or the guy that's with them. M11.
M11.
The cyborg.
M11.
Pretty much Arnold Schwarzenegger in the flesh, guys.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm,
But way worse at acting.
Oh, he's so bad.
Better running, though. Better running.
Better running?
He's really good at running. Oh.
Why, when they're wanting to make him look like he's running super fast, is he moving like in slow motion, guys?
And they're like inconsistent with it too. At some points they like speed the footage and he's just running down the road really fast. I wish I had a camera because you guys can see me like just moving my hands really fast. But then once he meets up with a car, he's just then like going on a nice little jog, just catching up with them. Give him a little smirk, just like, look at me, I'm running past you two. I'm just so fast. I don't even have to put my arms into it. Don't look at my legs though. I'm definitely not on like some kind of contraption.
It's his stupid face when he's standing in front of the car, arms out, trying to stop it. He's just that smirk. I can't do it, guys. I can't do it.
Just dark circles around his eyes. Poor man needs to sleep.
Yeah. I know we've had aliens and time travel now in Godzilla movies, but I was watching this scene, I'm thinking, this is a Godzilla film?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Now, give it credit. I understand people are like, oh, this is like totally a ripoff of the Terminator. I mentioned it before. Godzilla's the blueprint. It did the Terminator thing before Terminator. Just saying, okay?
It's not even an argument. You're right.
Clearly, a movie did not come out at 1984 about some dude from the future who's a cyborg. And this movie so happens to have to deal with time travel, and there's a cyborg.
No.
No attachment. It's clearly a reference to Mechagodzilla. It clearly is.
It is clearly. I mean, this guy's got discs in his head.
Oh, my
I love that. These real retro looking, like she takes out the green disc. First, like unscrews his head, takes out the green discs, or takes out the red ones and swaps them over.
She unscrews his ear, specifically, his big ear. Oh, and then when he does it, his eyes like flicker and he's like, I'm good now. I will now fight for justice.
Good robot.
This is a setting I had all along.
This guy also, he has a Mechanicon action figure in his little bedroom there.
Oh, that is so awesome. I love that.
That is good.
And I love that he ends up becoming the AI in Mecha King Ghidorah.
Yeah. Talking to her. That's awesome.
That's like kind of the best thing about him is that he becomes a voice in Mecha. Like he basically is Mecha King Ghidorah's voice when talking to Emmy. I'm like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. I like that.
It is pretty awesome.
It's fantastic.
Should we quickly, I mean, we've touched on monsters already, but do you want to take us through the different monsters? And we have like, if we want to touch on the different machines and stuff in this as well, Micah.
Yeah. So we've talked a little bit about Godzillasaurus. Looks fantastic. It's like somebody took the Godzilla design and tried to make it much, much more Tyrannosaurus classic dinosaur looking. I think they did a great job with it.
Oh, they really did. I absolutely just love. I really have no qualms with it. It's just a really nice, like, it has that retro dinosaur look.
Yeah.
But like, I kind of love that. Like, I kind of like that. I'm all about like science. Like, the dinosaurs got to be scientifically accurate. I'm all about that. But if you throw a retro style dinosaur in my face unapologetically, I'm gonna eat it up. I love those looks. I love it. And when you give me a Godzillasaurus that's dragging its tail on the ground,
Yeah.
that is my jam. I appreciate that. I love it.
When he's just covered in blood, I mean, when he gets like the shot in his jaw, he just looks so like metal.
Yeah, I have a picture of him. That's like my Discord profile picture, but
yeah,
it just looks like a corpse. Like, it looks like a dead body.
It does.
It's like, hey guys,
so crazy.
Look what I found just like on the internet. You guys want to see a dead body?
Something's been left in the Toho lot for too long.
Godzillasaurus.
Yeah.
Is Godzilla like canonically a Tyrannosaurus Rex? Was that what they said in this movie as well? That Godzillasaurus was a
They said a
Tyrannosaurus Rex?
Tyrannosaurus at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, they said like I remember a line specifically said like that people thought it was a Tyrannosaurus, but it was like unlikely because like it's unlikely to be a Tyrannosaurus because that died off a long time ago. But in the end, there was a dinosaur on the island. Like, there absolutely is one, and that's when they find out about Godzillasaurus. But what's just so crazy to me is that this is like the first and only time you ever get to see Godzilla, what he looks like before he mutates.
Oh, you're kidding? Really?
Yeah, and this also...
We don't have any more flashbacks or...
No, not really. And the thing is this is also the only time they ever even, like, say Godzilla was like a dinosaur. Like, in the original Godzilla, they kind of like theorize it a bit, but he most likely was always kind of just a giant monster that was affected by the bomb. And then later films, he's like either always been like Godzilla and the bombs never affected him, or he's like some prehistoric unknown marine reptile that or just undiscovered marine reptile that got in contact with radiation, mutated.
Yeah, iguana in the first American remake, right?
Yeah, absolutely. That's like my preferred origin. That's just amazing. I'm just joking. My preferred origin is the marine reptile one. Like prehistoric, undiscovered species. I think that's just a lot mysterious and cooler.
Yeah, I like that as well. That's cool.
But the dinosaur one is still neat. I still like it.
It's a nice way they've made a new backstory for him.
Yeah. And I think it's also just kind of cute just seeing little innocent Godzilla, no keloid scars yet, just walking around. Doesn't even try to eat people. He just tries to step on them and like, go away. He's just mad. He's just angry.
Apart from that, I know Dylan's a big Dorat fan as well. We have the Dorats.
Yeah, I love throwing them.
Wants to chuck them.
Did they come back at all either? Or this is pretty much their only appearance too, right?
Yeah, just like Godzilla, Ghidorah's origins are kind of all over the place too.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's usually described to be an alien for the most part, but sometimes he's just kind of some ancient creature that was on Earth. But this is the first time that not only do we know Ghidorah is from Earth, but he's also a mutant. He's been mutated by radiation, and we also get to see what he looks like before he becomes King Ghidorah.
Yeah. Again, it's another really nice nuclear man-made threat.
Yes.
And it becomes a lot more of like a rival to Godzilla in that way. Very mirrored.
This movie, and this is kind of an opinion I share with a lot of other people, but Ghidorah was always treated like as a big boss in the Showa films, but you never really felt like it was Godzilla's arch enemy. Like nothing about it truly felt like a kind of like rivalry.
Yeah, well, it's also funny because this is the first time it's just been Godzilla versus King Ghidorah, right?
Yeah, and also I think the reason why this movie made that like kind of rivalry like establish and like open my eyes to it a bit more is the fact that they're constantly changing roles in this film.
Yeah.
Godzilla's bad, so we have to get rid of him. Oh, but we switching out with Ghidorah, so now Ghidorah's the bad guy. We got to bring Godzilla back. Godzilla's back. We root for Godzilla to defeat the bad Ghidorah, but turns out Godzilla's bad again, so we got to make King Ghidorah. We got to bring King Ghidorah back. Now he's the good guy, and he has to stop Godzilla. And I think that what really solidified them as being like, or at least solidify Ghidorah being like Godzilla's main villain, like his main antagonist, the one that you're gonna see pop up the most to always fight him. You're never probably gonna see them actually team up. You're just always gonna see them fight each other. And I think this movie truly established that. Ghidorah no longer feels like a big boss. It just feels like this battle between different time periods is happening between Godzilla and King Ghidorah. and it's kind of nice in a sense. And that's a bit of a stretch statement, but it sounds kind of cool.
Nah, I think that's such a good way to put it. Because the fights in this movie are pretty awesome too. When we do get Godzilla coming up against King Ghidorah, and Ghidorah's like wrapping one of his necks around Godzilla. Godzilla's using his, what is it, the atomic pulse or something against him.
Yeah.
And Godzilla blows one of the heads off.
Oh yeah.
So King Ghidorah turns into Mecha King Ghidorah halfway through this movie, obviously, in the third act. But he's had a bit of an upgrade since his Showa counterpart. So, like Jasha said, they've left out the green here. They've made him a lot more scaly and cleaned up his whole body a bit.
Pointy spikes.
Yeah, some pointy spikes on his head now. No crest, no moon crest.
Just normal little horns sticking out the back of his head. For some reason, every toy of him makes his little like horns thing he got stick out to the side. It's a little weird.
Oh, true.
Yeah,
that is true.
Yeah, specifically the little Bandai figures that look at them. But
funny.
Yeah, this design. I think what kind of held this design back for me for a while until like more recent years, where I really came to appreciate it, is this film kind of has a really gray color correction to it. It comes up very ashy and dusty. So like you have this 3-headed golden dragon that never feels golden.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it's like more copper color. But I really came to appreciate like the scale of the design and how the heads are, how they're designed, and just how he looks a lot more scarier and menacing with his faces. Yeah, like unfortunately the mains are gone. I always love the mains. They're always like a really special, unique detail to the design of Ghidorah that looked bad as the movies went on in the Showa era. But I just love it too much to like see it go.
Yes, it's nice to see it referenced with the Dorats at the very least.
Yeah. But the moon crest specifically is like the biggest. Like I feel like I've been robbed because I love that moon crest. It's so good.
It's cool.
It really is. But yeah, I do genuinely love Ghidorah's design in this film. I really do.
I'm with you. I think he looks great. And I think like his movement's really cool as well. Like his heads are moving a lot more fluidly almost. Like
yeah.
The fight scenes, they're able to do so much more with the fight scenes, I think, up close in this one.
Yeah, I will say that while I think the head movement is better in this film compared to the Showa stuff, one thing I'll always give at least the early Showa stuff specifically a lot more credit for compared to this is the wire work for the wings. True.
Yeah.
An issue that the Heisei films have, and you'll see this more with the next movie with Mothra and with monsters like Destoroyah, is the very lack of wing movement. They move very slow and stiff, and in the Showa films, when you saw Ghidorah, like, and it's specifically in Ghidorah the Three-Headed Monster, when he's flapping his wings. All right, they're moving back and forth. There's like so much like life to it when he's flying, but here there's times where he's kind of acting like how he was in Gigan, where he's just like stiff and he's like flying in the air and he's turning and like his wings aren't moving or glide, or like
the wings look fake, right? They look super fake, like some sort of canvas or something.
It works when he turns into Mecha King Ghidorah and the wings become fully metal,
like carbon fiber.
It works a lot more for that. Which I have a really fun piece of trivia for Mecha King Ghidorah when we get to it.
Oh,
but
awesome.
It's
well, let's
really,
do it next.
It's really nice. Oh,
Mecha King Ghidorah. When Mecha King Ghidorah becomes a cyborg forged from the remnants of a partially living after 200 years Ghidorah with one head missing.
This is another thing that I was confused by, guys, and it probably makes perfect sense. But wasn't the time travel rules that two people or creatures or like two instances of the same thing can't exist at the same time? And then King Ghidorah gets killed, and then Mecha King Ghidorah comes back to the same time where King Ghidorah's body is, and then ends up in the same place in the ocean?
So
am I overthinking things?
No, because this is a little time travel thing. So if two of the same thing exist, and I would assume if they're both alive, one has to disappear because you cannot have two of the same things in the same timeline. So that's why they couldn't bring Shindo to, Lagos Island in 1944.
Yeah.
So what I assume at the very least is they were making a gamble. They were like, okay, we're going to bring Mecha King Ghidorah to the past. But since we found out King Ghidorah is like still technically alive, we're going to have to just make a really big gamble and just hopefully that King Ghidorah doesn't just disappear.
Mm.
All right. Hopefully the older King Ghidorah disappears, but that maybe causes some issues because if King Ghidorah disappears in the current day, that would make Mecha King Ghidorah disappear.
That's right. He's a cyborg. Totally different person. Totally different.
Different trademark, so technically a different character. So
Yeah. I guess we also got all this information from the Futurians, right? And they're dubious at best at their time travel logic. So.
They could have been lying.
yeah,
Very easily.
Yeah, Emmy specifically, I got my eyes on her being like, "Oh, I didn't know the Dorats turned to Ghidorah. Whoops,
Whoopsie daisy.
Oh, I'm going to flirt with you for ages and then reveal I'm a relative. Whoops.
I felt like she found that out for herself. She was just slouching in her chair, just like, man, I had it good. He was kind of hot.
Last but not least, we have Godzilla coming in again. With slightly revised suit. One of the things I really loved about this iteration is in those close-up scenes, which we see a lot of, especially with Shindo in those final scenes.
Mm-hmm.
His eye work and his mouth work is just fantastic here. He has the ability to blink now.
Ooh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And they use that really well when to imitate that he's looking like he's sort of crying in those scenes and showing more emotion. But I have to say, his tongue and his teeth.
Oh,
I cannot get over his tongue.
Oh
and
my
his
God.
it looks so good.
It's just kind of insane how like great the animatronic head is in this film.
Yeah.
It's gotten so much better since Cybot.
There's one specific moment I really love, and it's during his first fight with King Ghidorah. But he has this like little head shake at one point, and then there's one moment where like he pulls his head back slowly, and he like opens his mouth slowly too, and he like slowly opens it, just everything slowly, but it's just like this very fluid, just slow movement where he just like, I wish I had my camera to show it, but like he just kind of like just opens up and roars, and like there's because usually when an animatronic kind of goes slow in these movies,
A lot of jerky motions.
like some jitteriness to it.
Yeah.
Great example being like the Cybot, like when they wanted to make that move a lot more slower, it just like kept stopping like every other movement. But here it just feels alive. It looks great.
Yeah, I really love him. I think like the costume upgrade's pretty cool too.
Oh,
The
yeah.
size of Godzilla's pecs, guys.
Oh my
His
God.
chest.
He's
What's
strong
happened?
now. I know they theorize that he got stronger because of that nuclear sub. It's because he'd had a great big workout in those months in the ocean.
Yeah.
Fighting against that anti-nuclear bacteria.
Did you say nuclear? What's that?
Nuclear.
Oh wait,
Nuclear.
guys, you messed up. It's King Ghidorah. It's King Ghidorah.
Oh, sorry,
That's just how it is.
sorry.
Yeah,
Ghidorah.
you guys are
Oh.
messing it up. I just
thought
went
we
with
were
it.
okay.
I was just going with it, but I don't think it's Ghidorah, guys. I think it's Ghidorah. That's just how it is.
It's Dylan's fault if we stuff up, guys,
but-
on the record.
But it's just this. So they used the water suit from Biollante.
Ah,
for
cool.
what I know of. There's like two specific suits in this film, or at least two modified versions of it. One that we see when he first shows up and walks on land, and then one we see in the city battle. Yeah, they heavily modified the 89 suit. They gave it such big pecs that I have to remind myself that Godzilla's eyes are up there. And like they added a lot more to the thigh.
Yeah.
His spines are slightly lower. They're not as high up, which is something I prefer about the 89 design, is how the spines are a little more higher up where they start. Here they kind of look like they're dragging a bit.
Yeah.
But I think this Godzilla looks really cool, fierce, but because he's lit a lot more than the 89 suit, you see the suit a lot more during the daytime.
Yeah.
Kind of see how cute it is.
Yeah.
It's like really cute. It's like adorable. It's like a little cat.
It definitely, that's not even something I realized, but it's crazy how dim most of Biollante is and set at night and in the water.
Yeah.
Whereas here, like everything's in the day. Definitely feels a lot more like a guy in a suit, unfortunately, but it still looks good.
Yeah.
One more thing I want to talk about as well, and I'm surprised it hasn't been brought up. The American actors in this movie.
Oh.
The ones on the ship, Major Spielberg and the other guy.
I thought we were having it bad with 85 and Raymond Burr.
It is crazy how American actors get cast in movies like this. That the captain of the ship is terrible.
He seems like he's having fun though, and I give him an A for effort. I will say this: the American acting never gets better. Unfortunately.
Great.
There's a film that came out in 2016 called Shin Godzilla that suffers the same problem.
No way,
no.
with Shin as well?
Yeah, Shin's got some Caucasian actors in there that also are abysmal.
Oh, great.
But in this film, yet again, they just get a big smile on my face when they're on screen.
Yeah, like it's bad, but it's a good bad, right? Like you enjoy it.
Yeah, it's great. Take that, you dinosaur. There's a dinosaur attacking our boys.
Legendary quotes.
I love the line where the guy says, "This island needs scientists more than American military people."
Why does he add people onto the end?
Like he could have said American military or the U.S. military, but he says American military people.
Yeah.
And I think I can remember the conversation when we first see these two guys. Like I think I can memorize it.
Go on. Dylan drama.
Like not 100%, but the guy's like, "Was that an enemy ship, sir?" And it was like, "Oh no, it's an alien. Oh, shall we report it?" And like, what? That we're being invaded by little green men from outer space? You should keep it a secret. You should tell it to your son when he's born, Major Spielberg.
Yeah, that's right.
Is this a joke?
Oh, it has to be, man.
This is how Spielberg went to one day direct Close Encounters of the Third Kind and E.T.
You
right?
know what? This is also the blueprint. You know,
This
this is the blueprint because guess what came out last year? The Fablemans, and guess who was in the movie? Spielberg's dad. So you know, it's this movie set that up.
Coincidence? I think not.
It is funny knowing that there's like been two movies that aren't like documentaries or anything, but just two movies that both have Steven Spielberg's dad in it.
Yeah,
not himself, but people
so
playing
good.
as him, and that's just great.
Yeah.
And I love it.
Well, I guess we did touch on them before. The last little thing that we could talk about was just mother, kids, and baby.
And baby.
Oh.
And I didn't even realize that the jetpack's named Baby,
Oh,
and I just love it, guys.
It's just a nice little baby.
Nice little baby.
Wonder if I could throw it across the room.
Probably throw you across the room.
Name like that, I gotta try it.
To be fair, I don't know if it was wire work or not, but the practical effects they did with Baby, just constantly having people lowering into rooms with the jetpack, it looks really good.
It surprisingly does. Like when you actually, because when you're looking at it, you're like, oh, that's so funny looking, that's so absurd. But then when you focus on it, I'm like, I don't see the wires though.
Yeah,
is that real?
Yeah.
Where are they?
Where is that real?
Yeah.
Are they doing that?
Did they invent a real jetpack?
Oh
Guys,
God.
mother versus baby versus kids.
Oh
Who takes that? Who takes the lead?
Kids, because kids
right?
survives.
Yeah, and kids can teleport baby and mother away.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I'm a baby fan.
Yeah,
Baby.
but I gotta say the detail on those models though are great. I love this close up we have of Mother.
Oh, it's great.
The camera's panning up and you get really close to it.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks great.
Yeah. It reminds me of the moment where you see the Mysterians' home base in that movie. But the level of detail here, they really sell the idea of a UFO, but one that's human-made and not alien-made, but still looks alien to everybody else.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh yeah, it's really nice, and that's what makes the twist that it's actually humans controlling the ship so well, because you know we're so used to like alien UFO and these kind of films, so it being a nice little twist that it's people from the future and it's not actually aliens, though they still like have a plan kind of like the X-aliens where we'll get your trust and then we'll betray your trust and use a monster that you allowed us to have an opportunity to use to do so.
It's quite a good twist, right? It plays out really well in this.
It's nice.
It is
It's
pretty surprising.
I was half expecting them to come back from the future in their Super X5643.
Hey, Mother could be that.
Could be they just
Alternate
changed
title.
the name.
Unfortunately, it could have used that refactor beam thing the Super X2 had in Biollante to save itself before it got destroyed.
You're right. Imagine. They're from the future. They should have thought of that. What are they doing?
No. They probably didn't think that they were going to be teleported to Godzilla, but unfortunately probably didn't check their obituaries in the future.
It's so crazy as well that for people who live in the future, centuries onwards, it seems like they have no recollection of Godzilla in the slightest.
Yeah.
And for humanity's first giant destructive kaiju, you'd think it would have been chronicled a little bit more.
Oh my god, dude, there's people who go above and beyond about like the JFK assassination, all of that. But when it comes to a monster, that has just been so prevalent in all of history, especially
right.
Japan. They just skip over so many details. So when
forget about it.
You're right.
the Futurians come and they're like, what?
The only thing they can find is one single book.
Yeah, one single book that should actually be very informative, because the guy who's writing the book has not only been, like, he should know more than anyone else because he was actually there.
Hey, it wasn't a bestseller though.
It wasn't a bestseller.
It wasn't a bestseller.
It
might have
wasn't a
sucked. We
bestseller.
don't know.
You know what's great about his character, though, is that he's not, for what I remember, he was never demotivated to not write it. Like, he was bummed out it didn't sell well, but, like, he still kept going.
Terasawa. Yeah, I love as well his, I didn't mention it, but his like secretary that is like hidden on him asking him to marry her.
Please marry me.
She says that in her voice mail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You thinking about marriage? He doesn't even think about it. He just wants to eat his noodles.
Oh, those noodles look so good.
They
Oh,
look
they're so
amazing.
Oh, I want to eat them.
I'm having noodles for dinner tonight. Oh.
Guys, if you have any reason to watch this movie, watch it for those noodles.
No, those noodles.
Yeah, people talk about Ghibli movies, right? And the amount of food in that. Just the one bowl of noodles in this.
It makes up for it all.
Unbeatable.
Because you know what's great about it? You know what's great about that bowl of noodles?
Why?
Any of us can make it. It's
Hey.
easily obtainable.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not like Ghibli movies where it's like this food that you know it's going to take you an hour to make. You don't know the recipe, but it looks good and you got to have someone make it for you. This, he's eating my diet. I can have that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, are we all Terasawa?
Yeah, we are all him. You know, I would write a Godzilla book.
Eating noodles,
My biggest role model.
writing books that don't sell well.
Yeah, absolutely. Something I did when we talked about Mecha King Ghidorah, it's been stuck in the back of my mind. There was a little piece of trivia that I know about Mecha King Ghidorah in this movie that I didn't mention when we talked about it. Mecha King Ghidorah has no suit actor in it.
What?
Whoa, really?
It's done completely by wires, and the reason why was because the suit was too heavy to put an actor in it. The Ghidorah suit itself was already heavy enough, but the Mecha King Ghidorah suit, with all the changes and additions they made to the King Ghidorah design, they just could not make it work with a person inside of it. So most of it is done by wires. That because look at it, never once does he move his legs.
Yeah, you're right.
And I'm not saying this like as someone who just looked at the details and made up his mind about it. This has been confirmed by people behind the film.
Yeah. That's super impressive. It doesn't feel like it.
Yeah,
like
it
the
doesn't.
change between suit actor to no suit actor is pretty cool.
The thing about the Heisei films is the Godzilla fights tend to have a lot of like beam stuff going on.
Yeah.
And especially in Mecha King Ghidorah fight, it's just like them just blasting each other with their beams. But the reason why I think you don't really think about it is not only is it shot really well, there's some really great shots during that fight, especially one with like Mecha King Ghidorah's grapples come out and it's like shot in its perspective and it comes in on Godzilla.
That's the coolest little twist to bring out as well.
Oh, it is. But also the sets look great. They look phenomenal. And it really not only scales the monsters well, but adds like a lot of great destruction to it. And the reason why many people tend to complain about the later Heisei stuff with their like beam stuff is specifically because the set design's not there and they're not shot as well.
Oh, really? So it's just a lot more noticeable and
Yeah. I do not want to influence your opinions on those films at all. I don't. If you guys end up loving those films, I would absolutely adore that. But in the end, that's just something that I think the Mecha King Ghidorah and Godzilla fight does really well. Is that it still is mainly just two monsters shooting beams at each other, but it's shot well. The set design's amazing, and it's just like you don't notice it. You just don't notice it. It's just done really well.
Yeah, it still feels like all the destruction and all the damage that they deal to each other is very physical, and it really does hurt each other.
Yeah.
But yeah, the fact that it is mostly just beams and CGI.
Yeah.
It's crazy to think about it. And I love it as well because they show that they hit each other with beams, like when Godzilla does his atomic breath. But even then, you can see the destruction, like when he rips through. I was about to say Ghidorah. Ghidorah's
That's how you're supposed to say it. Your dad was right.
We're getting gaslit into I don't know what to say anymore.
That's just how it is.
I feel like I'm using them interchangeably now.
No, you have to say it right. I'm gonna be really mad.
But you see the destruction to these suits, and especially in that last scene with Mecha King Ghidorah all ruined and broken and left at the bottom of the ocean.
Oh yeah.
And even in the earlier scenes, when King Ghidorah's head gets blown off,
Oh, it's so cool.
Oh, and
like
I love
you
how the
see
scene
the damage.
This looks so good.
Yeah, and I love how the scene implies that all the glitter that you see is Ghidorah's blood. He doesn't actually have like normal blood; it's just all
It's so
glitter.
good. Yeah, that's awesome.
It's great.
Oh, guys, I think let's quickly do some trivia and then go into some final thoughts and wrap this thing up. I wish we could go on forever because it's been super cool. But yeah, I've got a few bits of trivia here. The first one was that this was Akira Ifukube's return to do the music after a 16-year absence,
Yes,
which is pretty cool.
I know something funny about Ifukube with this movie.
Yeah?
He apparently hated Biolante's score. He really did. He was like insulted that they I wouldn't say insulted, but like he was just like they were using his theme in Biolante, his Godzilla theme, and then they did a rock remix of it, which he hated, which for what I know he did not like. And I believe it was his daughter that convinced him, being like, well, if you don't like it, how about you just go back to it? And he's like, okay, bet. He just went for it. He came back.
It was super noticeable even right away. Like I was like, man, they've really stepped it up with the music in this one. It's great. I loved it. I think he did such a good job.
Oh, absolutely. It's great.
I also have here that this was the last Godzilla movie, guys. The last Godzilla movie to be released theatrically in Germany.
Oh, no.
Until Shin Godzilla. So, long-time listeners of the show.
Did they name the next one's Frankenstein versus?
Long-time listeners of the show will know that Germany famously has called every Godzilla movie either a Frankenstein or like a King Kong movie. So this was the last one theatrically released, guys. Just a fun little tidbit there for you.
Last Frankenstein film.
I need to know if they call Shin Godzilla Shin Frankenstein.
Probably did. Probably did. Last thing I just wanted to mention was that during the movie, that a couple of the characters are talking about the survival of dinosaurs into the modern day. And they look at a photograph of a creature called the Zuiyo Maru creature, which was a plesiosaur carcass that was supposedly found in New Zealand.
Oh, yeah.
Which is where me and Micah live. But I remember seeing photos of this thing growing up. Like, this was quite a famous bit of New Zealand history. This huge carcass. It looks suspiciously to be some kind of prehistoric animal, but was eventually just found out to be a shark. Still pretty cool.
Yeah, I remember my eyes lighting up when I was reading the subtitles and it said New Zealand, and I went, "Oh, I know that place."
Yeah,
I'm talking to two guys on there.
Leonardo DiCaprio point. Dylan, I don't know if you know this, but the reason Jasha is so excited about this kind of stuff is because he had a little blog back in the day.
Oh my god!
Called Creatures of Mystery. Chronicling cryptids throughout the land.
Yeah.
This is his bread and butter.
I think influenced by my love of Godzilla growing up, I was super into cryptids and different creatures that may or may not be real. So I'm pretty sure I did like a post about this thing back in the day.
No, yeah. Like I remember a lot of times growing up, I was really into that stuff. And I remember when a lot of things were proven to be fake, I just gaslighted myself to be like, no, it's not.
Yeah, same.
Just gaslit myself. No, that's real. Like I even convinced myself Cthulhu was in some shape or form real. And now I'm like, that's just a story. That's just a story, dude. Stop.
So good. Oh. Well, I mean, did we want to each go around and just fire off a few final thoughts and then give this kind of a rating and a bit of a review? Did you want to start us off, Dylan?
Oh, yeah. These guys, they made me make the rating of it. All right. And they also made me to make a roar, to do a roar noise.
Whoa, I want to mention King Ghidorah's like famous roar. Isn't in this, is it?
No.
His famous sound he makes?
Yeah, they use a modified Rodan roar.
They don't have the bitty 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 bitty.
No, they don't have the bitty 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 bitty. They don't have that. They don't have the bitty bitty bitty.
That's pretty good.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, they don't have that. They don't have that. It's just Rodan's cackle, but like pitched and changed a bit. And
Sucks.
Rodan's roar, you're going to hear it again in the next movie, whether you like it or not. And then you'll hear it again in the movie after that because he's actually
With
in that
Rodan.
movie too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're teasing it. They're teasing.
Yeah. But so I guess since I'm starting off, I have to give my thoughts on this. I guess. I
Mhm.
guess I have to.
You might have to.
But in
maybe.
the end, Godzilla versus King Ghidorah, in my honest opinion, as someone who's seen all the Godzilla films, is the last Heisei film that I truly, really enjoy. I don't want to change your opinions on anything, but because I want you guys to go in those movies how you want to, and I want you to love them. I don't want to stop you, but something about Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah just felt like a crossing over point where you got the really good stuff, because I personally love 84 and I really love Biollante. You get the really good stuff from that, the groundedness, how Godzilla vs. Biollante feels like a perfect sequel to 84, how it directly moves on from it. And then you get Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah, where not only are the productions being more rushed, but they're relying more on like kind of the beam stuff. And yeah, this is when they start hitting the yearly production kind of stuff. But in the end, Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah, I think, is a very fun film. I like to pick at it. I like to laugh at it. But in the end, it's got a good heart. Its heart's in the right place. I think this is, outside of Space Godzilla, this is the most Showa feeling Heisei film out of all of them.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
I absolutely love the monster fights in this film. The human cast is very enjoyable. Definitely up there with the greats of like Aberhor the Deep and Son of Godzilla with its human cast.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Which, yeah, I love when you guys gave Ebra, like at least one of you gave it a 5 out of 5.
That's me, dude.
I love that.
It's my favorite so far.
Yeah. Oh, the chills ran down my spine when I heard that rating. But yeah, this movie, it's never a bad time. Even the bad stuff makes me snicker and smile. I'm never upset. I'm never confused. Well, the time traveling is confusing, but like I mentioned, mental gymnastics to explain anything.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just overall a good time. I still love 84 and Biollante a bit more than this film. I don't think this film hits my top 10, but in the end, if I was going to give it a rating, I would give it a 3.5 out of 5 Major Spielbergs.
Major Spielbergs.
Major Spielbergs.
I love it. Yeah, well, I pretty much had all the same thoughts you did. This definitely felt like a Showa era film. Even from when I think it's our reporter dude, Terazawa, like dons his red jacket on his way to the island. I was like, oh, they're taking me back. They're taking me back. It's so good.
They're doing it. I just want him to like wash lettuce in the laundry basket,
yes,
like
please.
Goromaki did in Son of Godzilla. I needed that.
Yeah. But just going through my notes here, I think we covered off most of them. Even just from the onset set of the movie, when there's like 2 helicopters checking out the UFO and they just explode. Loved it. M11, the android, when he's fighting all the Futurians later in the movie, he's like on top of some computer consoles while they're looking for him, and he's like, "Here I am," and just starts firing at them. So good.
Wait! You gave him too much credit. He goes, "Here I am."
Yeah, wait. Yeah, that's more familiar. I was
Here I
was
am.
thinking of Terminator. Yeah, get out of my head. But I really loved this movie. I think I was a bit confused while I was watching it, but it made me appreciate it even afterwards, thinking back through it and just dwelling on the movie a bit more. I think it is such a creative idea to do something with this, and it's the first time they've really done a plot this complex, I think, through these movies. And even though they could have made it a bit more simple and couldn't have made it so like convoluted at times, I think they did a good job. I think that the plot in this is great. I think the monster fights are great. I love seeing King Ghidorah again. I'm going to give this 4 out of 5 Major Spielbergs.
Ooh,
this was a good time.
nice.
And even what you were saying, Dylan, like even the stuff in this that isn't that great, it makes you laugh and it makes it an entertaining movie. And in the end, what's better than that, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
How about you, Micah?
Oh, he hates this.
Yeah, get ready.
The worst movie. No, I'm right with you there, guys. Heisei's been on a really good roll for me so far. I surprisingly was a bit more ambivalent with with Return of Godzilla and 85. But these last two ones, I don't know if it's just the director, but I've had such a fun time with them. Uh, I think what Biollante and this movie have done real well is that they have almost made the story a bit more human-centric, with Godzilla as like a secondary force, almost like a side character. So I really love the whole idea of trying to tie these humans up in a world where they're still trying to fight Godzilla in their own way and save all of Japan from this ever looming threat. And I don't know, just some ideas they had in this movie, like the fact that we see Godzillasaurus before we even see Godzilla come in.
Yeah.
It seems like a real creative way to spin this franchise. And even with the origins of Heisei coming in, bringing on a new take for Godzilla, I just love how they've been able to build upon that and bring in the whole story of Godzilla starting out as a dinosaur and starting to see that fruition and how he actually came about because of these Futurians.
It's so cool.
It's a real bold move, and I really, really do like it. I do have a few gripes with the time travelers themselves and the whole aspect of the android coming in. I think, I don't know, there's something about his voice, I think.
Here I am.
It's going to haunt me. I was going to say, you guys were talking about your traumatizing Godzilla moments. I hadn't had one yet, but I think that might be it for me.
M11 jump scare.
Yeah. Gonna wake up sweating from that. No, I love the addition of time travel as a prominent plot point, and the fact that they set it up to have returning aliens as like, oh, this is a return to form for Godzilla, but still holding out on that idea that everything in this world so far is created from that human element. It's fantastic, and bringing in Ghidorah as I struggled there for another second. Bringing Ghidorah as like the main rival to Godzilla. Bringing him in as the proper rival to Godzilla. This really feels like the culmination of decades worth of build up towards this point, and the payoff is great. I'm gonna give it right alongside you, Jasha, 4 major Spielbergs out of 5.
Man, you guys are just making me feel awful.
Let's go.
Yeah, it's terrible. But yeah, I would say one thing I was thinking while you guys were talking.
Yeah.
Just, I love how this movie really establishes Godzilla and Japan's relationship really well.
Yeah, it is cool,
Yeah.
More so than really anything from before. It just kind of feels like no matter what, those two are going to have a constant, like, intertwined relationship. They're going to be forever one thing together. You can't have Godzilla without Japan. You can't have Japan without Godzilla. It's just an inevitability. But there's one thing, if you guys are okay with, you guys didn't do a poster review yet.
No, we haven't.
No.
Man, I completely forgot about that. Thank you, Dylan.
I was just thinking about it because this is my favorite poster in general.
This
I
is
love this
such
poster.
a good poster. I have this poster as like the background for my bank savings account.
How long's it been there for?
A good while. I just love it. I look at my savings, good number there, surrounded by good Ghidorah.
Yeah. I actually have this poster as an actual poster. I just don't have it hanging up at the moment because the poster frame I have sucks. It's terrible. It costs $10. I need a better poster frame. But one thing I love about this poster, and it's something that even though all the other posters made for this era are great, one thing I love about this is everything circles back to Godzilla on the poster, kind of relating to the film itself. Ghidorah's heads, they're all guiding you to where Godzilla is. His wings are all pointing at Godzilla. The missile coming out of the submarine is pointing to Godzilla. So like everything's circling right back at him. And I just really love that detail, whether it's intentional or not. Because when you look at that poster, your eyes are always going to be going back to Godzilla because everything's just pointing at him.
Yeah, he's the real focal point here.
Yeah, that's such a good way to look at it. That didn't even click with me. That's awesome. I really just love how crazy like Ghidorah and Godzilla's heads look. Like
they're phenomenal.
Godzilla's eyes, Ghidorah's eyes.
The fact that each of the Ghidorah heads have different colored lasers coming out, It's something I wish happens more in the movies.
Yeah, they actually made an SH Monstars of that too.
Did they
No
really?
way.
Yeah, they took
Oh, don't
their
tell us,
normal.
Dylan.
They did a repaint of their Heisei Ghidorah called the special color version,
Oh, no way.
and they gave it like 3 different color beams. Unfortunately, that figure came out eons ago, and if you want it, you're gonna have to spend probably $50,000 to get it. So,
It'll be worth it. It'll be worth it.
for all 3 of us, it sucks to suck, but it is.
Yeah. Ghidorah's growing on me, guys.
They-
Like, seriously. I didn't love him heaps early on, but I'm loving him.
Did I hear a...
Hey, no, he said it right. Don't correct him.
No way. No way.
He said it right.
I said
he
Ghidorah.
he said it right.
Ghidorah. I said it right, guys.
One...
We didn't mention it. This might be the thing that you just were going to bring up, Micah, but we didn't even talk about Miki.
Yeah, I was going to say, this is like the through line for the Heisei era so far.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Miki shows up in all the films Biollante onwards in the Heisei era. It was cool to see her in this. She's like leading up some Godzilla operations or something.
Yeah. She's very minor, and it's understandable why we forgot about her in our discussion. And she does kind of is sidelined a bit, but she does have bigger roles in like Mechagodzilla, especially in Space Godzilla and a
Oh, I
Destroyer.
can't wait.
But this one and Mothra, she's much more of a side character, but she becomes more of a focal point as the movies go on.
That's great. Even just having her as a reminder that like, oh, Godzilla's still around. I can still see him walking when I close my eyes.
Yeah.
It's great to see her like still in the background here.
Yeah, I like Miki. I really do. I think her character overall in the Heisei films, and I can't wait for you guys to experience it. A lot of people will definitely say she's like their favorite character in these films. Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing more of her. It's just cool to have a character that continues through. It's pretty awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's great.
We got a few messages in from people. Let's quickly read those out.
Cool. We have one sent in here by Itnodove, Liam. Hey mates, I haven't written in for a while, but I figured I would for this film. Feeling more like a Showa film, this insane time travel plot is absent in logic, but makes up for it with a fun cast of human characters and a great return for King Ghidorah in a new form. Heisei's usual issue of overly static monster fights is present, but they are still exciting to watch. An improvement over the previous film. And he rates it at 4.16 out of 5.
Ooh.
I like that
Oh my
specific rating. All
It
for it.
really is great. So this one came in from Ron, and his thoughts say, I had no idea The Fablemans was a sequel. Guess we know where the inspiration for Jurassic Park came from. 3 out of 5, Major Spielbergs.
Good on you, Major Spielberg.
We're all on the same wavelength. That's great.
Yeah, Ron just basically predicted our discussion for this episode. We brought up all of those things.
And the last thing we have here is a voice message from Waffles. So I'll play that.
What's up, folks? Real Human Waffles here with another kaiju review. Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah is a perfect blend of Jurassic Park and the Terminator. I give this film 5 Dorats out of 5. Did I just give King Ghidorah 5 heads? My bad, I'm sorry. Looks like I have to go back in time and try again.
Waffles, what have you done?
Mecha Waffles is back, ladies and gents.
Isn't that just like almost Orochi though?
Yeah, it is a Rochi. Yeah, there you go. Nearly there.
It's canon now.
You gotta get an 8 out of 5.
Well, that is us for today, everyone. Thank you so much, Dylan, for coming on the show. It's been a long time coming,
It's
but
been great having you.
I'm
here.
so glad we can have you on.
I was waiting for this day the second you guys opened a Discord. It's like one of these days these guys are going to bring me on. I'm not known for anything else.
Won't be the last time.
Hopefully not.
Is there anywhere else that people can catch you? Is there anything else you're doing or anywhere they can follow you? You're in the Discord, so if you're not in the Discord, jump in.
So yeah, definitely jump into the Podzilla Discord. I'm decently active in there, and I give these 2 brothers a piece of my mind when they get something incorrect in an episode, like the Cybot, and they don't credit me.
Yeah. What happened again? What happened again?
I am on Twitter, and man, I don't even remember my Twitter handle. I gotta look at it.
I'll link it in the show notes. I'll chuck it in there.
Link it.
You're also on Letterboxd under Infamously Biggo, and I love your reviews, so check them out.
Absolutely. I will say some of my reviews are not for the faint of heart. Like, I don't recommend following me if you don't want to get something a little spicy. But in the end, I am very active on there. I love vlogging. movies. I used to do like reviews constantly for like the movies I watch, but now I'm just like just putting it down, 5 stars logged, put it in my diary, and just keep going.
Well, next episode on the show, guys, 2 weeks' time, we're continuing on with the Heisei era, covering Godzilla versus Mothra. And here's a little synop for that. Mothra's dark counterpart, Batra, emerges to eliminate humanity. When Mothra shows up and Godzilla awaits from hibernation, a 3-way battle for the Earth begins. I'm ready. We haven't seen Mothra in a long time, and I'm very excited for this one.
I love like I think it's the international title, but it could be the U.S. title. The amazing title of Godzilla and Mothra: The Battle for Earth.
Yeah.
Great. It's phenomenal. Goosebumps.
I am ready. Well, thanks again. Thanks for listening, everyone. Jump into our Discord. Check us out on Patreon, I think, next week. Actually, before Godzilla vs. Mothra, we're covering Scooby-Doo and the Ghoul School, which features Godzilla, if that interests you.
Oh. It's double O's.
Surprising. Yeah.
You're not ready.
It's going to be big. But I guess, until next time, Biggo, thanks so much. I guess next time we'll see you, we'll probably all be filing for bankruptcy because of too many Monster Arts figures.
I'm collecting a lot of manga right now. I think I'm going to go bankrupt to that. But earlier this year, I was buying things from Bai directly from the Godzilla store, and I got my Varan mini. Like,
I'm so jealous.
It was beautiful. You shared a picture of it in the Discord. Beautiful.
It's like if that Varan was standing up, it would completely like dwarf Godzilla. It's insanely huge. It makes no sense why it's that big.
Is Bai a curse or a blessing? That's my question.
It's okay. So one thing to always know, if you're gonna buy off of like places like Hobby Link Japan, Zen Market, Bai, you gotta buy in bulk. And by bulk, I mean you gotta buy more than just one thing, because if you buy one thing, shipping's gonna kill you. Mm-hmm. All right, so don't do that.
So you're saying I have to buy 10 figures to make it worth it?
No, yeah. Early last year, I had like 10 Bandai vinyls come in the span of like 2 to 3 days. Because of like my tax returns came in. I'm like, look at all this money, and
our tax returns haven't come in yet, dude. We're gonna be stuffed.
But yeah, I remember I bought like 5 figures off of Hobby Link Japan, and I spent like shipping was about $50, but that equates to like $10 for each figure. But if I bought just one, I'll be spending about like 20 to 30 on a figure. So you end up saving money if you decide just to save up and just buy them all at once.
Wise words. I've had my eyes on a lot of those records for ages, so my wife's not going to be happy, guys.
Oh, she's going to be so upset.
That's been Podzilla with your hosts Jasha and Micah Drake. Follow along on our socials at PodzillaPod and jump into our Discord via the link in the show notes.
Huge thank you to Cassie Celine, who did our podcast art, and Dagora9898, who did our episode thumbnail.
Let's go. And just a disclaimer that any musical sound effects used in this episode belong entirely to the Toho Company. See you guys next episode.
And just a final thank you to Dylan for, being our resident Godzilla expert, and for all the pointers and help and facts and trivia. You're the man.